Good morning. So, most people, when it comes to their career, are just drifting through their life, going from job to job to job, getting to the end of one job, starting another. In fact, they don't have a career. They have a job, and their job is simply the thing that they have to get up every day to go and do. But you don't. You have a career, don't you? Your career is much more aligned with your life, with where you want to get to and how you're going to get there, isn't it? I had a career when I left school in the Royal Navy. I then, 3 or 4 years later, left the Royal Navy and I had a career in telecommunications. I went to work for British Telecom at the time. That was just 1970s. I then realised 5 years later that I really should still be in the Royal Navy, and I went back in the Royal Navy. And I can go on, you'll see that I've moved career several times. But the point I'm making here is that until you really focus where you want to get to, then you are at the whim of events. You're at the whim of what grabs you at the time, whether that, for example, is a redundancy that takes you out of the job that you're really enjoying at the moment and pushes you into another job, the need for another job. In my case, I joined the Navy. A few years later, I got married and decided I needed to leave the Navy, only to realize sometime after that that really wasn't necessary, that I didn't need to have done that. And we went back in the Navy. And now, after virtually 50 years in work, I'm running a business, to help people like you to get the life that they really want. And that's what careers mastery is about. It's not about the day-to-day tactics of the job hunt environment, the job market. That's the tactical products that we have that help people daily to understand their true value and the difference and the impact they can make. But when it comes to career planning, you have to understand that planning your career is inextricably linked to planning your life. You can't have the two in isolation. Your life and career are the same thing. They are. Otherwise, you just have a job, and your job is there as an inconvenience to get money so that you can hopefully get some stuff in your life. You can pay the mortgage, you can hopefully send the kids to school, you can get there, you can go on that holiday, and that's the having a job mentality. Whereas having a career mentality is much more attuned to other things. If you think about some of the wealthiest people that are there, okay, they got their wealth through business, but it was all about understanding and aligning what they really wanted to do and where they really wanted to get to. And that is what career mastery is about, is helping you to actually understand what it is you want to do and how you're going to get there. The tactics for doing that are things like my CV writing technique, how to write an effective CV, because that's how to understand the value that you bring to the market and how to find a job in any market. Now, these are tactical things, as I said before, to help people daily, on a daily basis, to get a job. But it's also the prime tools that you need to control your career. Knowing how, if you cannot get the job that you want when you want it, you're not in control. If you don't have the tools at hand that are going to enable that, you're not in control. So those tools are about having control. The finding the hidden jobs with strategies for success isn't just about going out tomorrow and getting a job. It's about making sure that you are seen as a major influencer within your field on a daily basis, so that you are the go-to person in your area, that people know who you are, and that they know what value that you're bringing to the market, and you're in demand, rather like a footballer who all clubs are knocking down the doors to try and get at, because he is making an impact in every club that he plays for. And that's the same for you. If you're not having that impact, if people don't see that impact, they're not knocking the doors down to get you. If if they can see the impact that you're having, then they want to know more about you, and they will stay tuned in to you and your career, so that when there is a need, when you come up on the market, as you get close to the end of your contract, as it were, going back to the Premier League footballer analogy there, then they're going to be taking a punt to get hold of you. The big clubs, that is. So the Manchester Cities, the Liverpools, and the Tottenham Hotspurs are going to be knocking the door down to get you into their team. That's how you control your career. But we're not just talking about a job. We're not talking about working for other people. We're not talking about uh, the, you as an employee. You have to think of yourself as a business, because that's what you really are. You have to think about yourself in terms of your value, in terms of what you have to offer, and what people are prepared to pay. You don't go to work just to get the bottom dollar. You go to work to actually achieve something. You go to work for a purpose, to move your career. And everything that you do on a day by day basis, on a week by week basis, and on a month by month basis is about taking your career, your business, to the next level, to make it go, make sure it's moving in the right direction. And that comes with having a focus, a direction, um, and knowing where you're trying to get to, so that you can look where you've been and you can see very real progress to where you want to get to. So at the end of the month, you've achieved something in your life and in your business. And if you don't see it like that, which most people don't, then you're simply doing a job for somebody else. And that isn't how you control your career or your life. Look at yourself then as a business. Look at yourself in terms of the value that you're bringing to that business. Look at the value that you're bringing to the organizations that you're working for, to the companies that are your clients, and look at all of that in terms of they are all your clients, by the way, and therefore the value that you bring and how much you are worth. And that's how you can control the, for example, the simple little things like a negotiation for a pay rise. I know that's going back to the tactics again. If you're looking at yourself as a business, but that is the mentality of somebody that is in a business. Am I getting the value, the return on the investment that I'm making? And I'm getting up daily to come to do a job for these people. Is it giving me what I need? Am I getting from them what I need? These are important questions that you need to be asking on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, to make sure that you're taking your company, you, forward to where you want to get. I'm running a business. Um, and each day I look at what's moving the needle in my business, what's taking it forward. Am I getting the clients that I need to be getting? Am I getting the am I having the impact that I need to have? Am I getting the return on the investments that I'm making in my business? That's exactly the same as you should be looking at it for yourself. So the career mastery revolution is looking at things in a completely different way. Most people think of their job in terms of their job, in terms of getting up and doing work for other people. The career mastery revolution is turning that on its head and getting you to look at this in terms of the impact that you have, the value that you bring, and how you can look at yourself in terms of being a business, the direction you're going and how you're going to get there, and being able to measure that quantifiably as to, tracking your progress through on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. That is career mastery. With this video, in the description, there is a link that will take you to my website, and on that link, there's you'll be able to book a one-on-one session with me for a 20-minute free consultation. If we had that conversation, we would be talking about the value that you have to offer and where that is able to take you and where you feel you want your career to go. And with all of that, you start to look at things in terms of, as I've said before, a business. What will it mean to you a year from now if you've achieved everything that you really want to achieve? What will it mean a year from now? What will it feel like to have got to where you want to get to? These are the sorts of things that we will talk to you about, and how you can have an impact on your own life, and very quickly. So this is James Foster. This is a Career Mastery Revolution. Follow that link, book a session with me, and maybe we can talk a lot more about what this can mean for you and how it can impact your life and move your career to a whole new level. Thank you.